Hey guys, Pastor Sean coming to you with today's daily devotion. It is the end of the day. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm in the garage here working on my laptop and getting some things done and just setting some stuff up. And I look a little tired. It's been a long day. So I had several things going on today. But I was flipping through the Word and reading up on some things tonight, and I came across Psalms 144, and it's I really like this. It says Psalms 144 and verse 1 says, "Praise be to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my loving God and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer, my shield in whom I take refuge, who subdues the people under me." What he's saying here, and this is I love this. Praise be to the rock, to the Lord my rock, who trains my hands for war. And then he turns right around and says he is a loving God. You know, in the eyes of God, battle is a typical thing. It's a traditional thing because there is always a war going on between the spirit and the flesh. There's always a battle going on for the soul of mankind. Now, Jesus won that battle at Calvary. He won the victory at Calvary, but there's still a scavenging for the loot, which is the souls of men and women. There's still a scavenging for what's left over after the battle. And David says here, "Praise be to the Lord of my rock, who trains my hands for war." You and I are designed for battle, spiritual battle. We are designed to have a connectivity with God so that when spiritual warfare comes upon us, we are able to maneuver through that. We are able to battle through. We are able to fight back and see the goodness of God. We are able to move through and to steer through all of the chaos that the enemy throws at us because my hands have been trained for war. God teaches us and trains us and empowers us and equips us through His Word, the Word of the living God, to be prepared. He gives us analogies like put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. He gives us analogies like I will be your frontlet, I will be your shield and your buckler. I will put a hedge of protection around you, and I will be your rear guard. When he says things like that, it's teaching us that we are to be prepared for spiritual warfare. We are to be prepared for the enemy to come in like a flood and trust that God will raise up a standard. And I read on down through here, and let me find my other point down here. Well, maybe I lost it. Well, anyway, I read on down through here, and it starts talking about the weapons of our warfare. And I've said this a lot this week. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal to the tearing down of strongholds, but we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and wickedness in high places. Our battle is not with sword and spear, but our battle is with the Word of God, with our prayers. How did they overcome him? They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Our spiritual warfare is going to continue because there's a battle between this flesh man and the man on the inside. The flesh man wants to sin. He desires sin because he is born of the flesh. But the man who's on the inside, the one who is born of the Spirit, is the one that needs to win out. And there's a constant struggle between flesh and spirit. You want to do right, Paul says, but evil is always present. So many times we get to going along and we forget that Paul said the things that I used to love and now hate, and the things that I used to hate and now love. Why? Because the Spirit in Paul had won at that point in time. But Paul also says, I beg the Lord to take this thorn from my flesh, because his flesh was weak. And he wanted to see God move with him and through him and for him in the spirit realm. So tonight, know that you're designed for battle. Praise be to the Lord who has trained my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my loving God, my fortress, my stronghold, my deliverer, my shield, in whom I take refuge. God has prepared you for everything that you're going through. Every spiritual warfare that you come into, God has prepared you for it by training you through the last fight. And the fight that you're going now is training you for the next battle on the horizon. So, pick up the sword, pick up the shield, put on the whole armor of God, and get ready to do battle again tomorrow. I love you. I'm praying for you. I believe you're going to have a great week. I look forward to seeing some of you this weekend at Irwin Hill. God bless you as always, is my prayer.